Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the Ted Show. This last show of Friday, this last Friday of the month, May 2021. Who can believe it? I'm super excited to have this performer on. Luke Wood is with us. We're going to talk about chasing a dream. We're going to learn all about his journey. And then, of course, my favorite part, he's going to perform at the end of the show. Welcome, Luke. How are you today?
Doing well, buddy. How about yourself?
I am great. I am excited for the music. I love Music Fridays on the show, so it's always great when I get to hear an artist perform. Tell the audience, before we went live, I told you the audience is really big on wanting to know your origin story, some of your background, maybe a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, so my name's Luke Wood. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm born and raised in Alabama. Music's kind of always been a thing for me. I was heavily influenced by MTV and VH1 growing up. I had older siblings that were into that kind of stuff, and I just naturally watched it when they watched it. And the older I got, the more I preferred MTV and VH1 videos versus cartoons and whatnot. And it all kind of evolved from there, basically. My mom tells me stories of of me performing on the front porch by the cars passing by when I was a little kid. So I think I've just always kind of been naturally drawn to it. You know what I mean? And it's all kind of.
How'd you find your voice? Like, it's one thing to have, that I think most kids performed, they sang in front of somebody, did performance in some way, shape, or form. It's another thing to make that your vocation, actually what you're doing, what your career is. How did you find your voice and know that it was the right thing or the thing you should be doing?
So I pursued it pretty heavily until my early 20s, and then I quit for a long time. I had a kid really young and decided to quit music more or less and just, grow up and get a real job kind of thing. And I didn't really pursue it outside of playing at church until about 2016. I started playing and writing again, and a lot of that influence was just because of growing up and going through some stuff, you know what I mean, dealing with my own emotional baggage and stresses of life and whatnot. It all kind of came back around for me as a therapy outlet and a way to kind of reconnect with my inner self. And it's just kept going ever since about 2016. I've been writing and performing again, and I'm finding out that it's my thing. You know what I mean?
I love it.
As far as self-discovery, it's been a process for me getting here, but I feel like I finally know, without a shadow of a doubt, I kind of have to do this. There's not really an option.
It's your passion. It's your purpose. You got a purpose in that for sure. What's the process like for you? Do you write your own music? And if you do, how do you collaborate? Where do you find the inspiration? 'Cause I think a lot of musicians, 2020 certainly gave us all a whole bunch of inspiration on many, many levels. Where do you get yours?
It varies really. Most of what I have done since the pandemic is just free writing in my notebook, just kind of brainstorming mainly, but also just getting thoughts out there, you know what I mean, out of my head, and just trying to kind of help myself cope with my own junk. And a lot of my songs kind of evolve out of that. I'll take little pieces and fragments out of stuff I've written and, make up a melody, or, sometimes I'm inspired by a melody first and then, I write words later. But generally, as far as the writing part goes, it usually happens first in the notebook for me, and then it kind of goes from there.
And then what did you do during the pandemic? A lot of artists had to figure out how to pivot and shift. What was your experience like?
Yeah, well, I'm not lucky enough to be a full-time musician quite yet. So I have a full-time gig, and we had to work from home a lot. We had different kinds of activities to kind of keep us busy throughout the pandemic and keep us engaged and stuff. But I service the restaurant industry, so those guys were hit super hard, as a lot of people were, but they were greatly affected, and so it affected my pay and all that too. So I had more downtime, which was probably good, but probably bad also. It's too much time alone can be a bad thing, So I think I kind of got lost there in my head for a second, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But it was all part of, I think, a process and a bigger picture at the end of it, of me kind of coming out of it and realizing a lot of things and getting some clarity on a lot of things. So, yeah.
2021, what's that been like? I feel like we're getting back to some sense of normalcy in some way, shape, or form. Is that what you're seeing on the on your side of the world?
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be at least. I'm starting to go out to open mics and stuff like that more often throughout the week. Those
Good.
are ramping back up around town. They're doing a lot more local shows and supporting local artists, which is amazing. I live in Birmingham, Alabama. We have an amazing music scene here, a lot of really talented people, and everybody seems to just have a really great attitude about it. You know,
Good.
I think for a lot of people, it really put everything in perspective as far as like what's really important in life. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. And it feels like a different energy altogether to me when I do go out, and it's nice and exciting. So, but 2021 for me, I mean, I'm just trying to release some music and trying to be as productive as I can. I'm going to release one song a month for the next several months, and then I'll release
Awesome.
it collectively as an album. But I plan just to keep writing and get the shows as they come in, and hopefully get some more bookings in the future.
Well,
That's
that's
kind
what
of
we want.
still
That's
not
why we want to get
100%
you
like it
some
was, but
exposure.
yeah. Thank you.
All right. So tell me
So yeah, we're
what you're going to
trying, man.
perform, because you're going to
So I'm
sing for
excited for
us.
sure. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you there at the end.
That's okay. Tell us what you're going to perform, because you're going to sing for us.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so this I just released a song today called "Not Yet." You can find it if you click on the link at the bottom of the screen here. That'll take you to my page. It's got all my social media links, all my streaming links, all listed in one place. So you can just kind of pick your flavor. The song's called "Not Yet," and I wrote it during the pandemic, and it's about me.
Awesome.
And, yeah.
We're ready.
Sun comes up, alarm goes off. My mind's been running for hours now. It's time to get up. I ain't getting younger. Yeah, life is hard to do. I keep stumbling down that straight line, fucking up every day. But I ain't giving up just yet. Don't give up on me. But I ain't giving up just yet. Don't give up on me. The sun goes down and my head is in the cloud. I don't mean to be so distant. I don't mean to shut you out. It feels like I'm slipping further every day. I keep stumbling down that straight line, fucking up every day. But I ain't giving up just yet. Don't give up on me. But I ain't giving up just yet. Don't give up on me. Most days I'm just barely hanging on. I grit my teeth, I fake a smile and I play along. Most days I don't know where I belong. Most days I ain't giving up just yet. Don't give up on me. But I ain't giving up just yet. Don't give me.
I'm trying to get you back. Hold on. There we go. Wouldn't let me get you back or get me back. That was so good. Emotional. So when you sing, tell us a little bit about the impetus of that song, how that song came to be. Maybe give us another rundown of that. But when you perform, are you thinking of that moment? Are you thinking of the things that inspired you? Because you could tell you were, the way that you sang, you were feeling it.
Yeah. It's kind of part of my meditation practice, like singing in general, and just trying to get as like deep within myself as I can. That's the goal, at least. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of reliving the feelings and emotions as well. You know, trying to project that into the song, because that's part of what makes the song the song. You know what I mean? It's my story. So, but yeah, that one kind of came out of the pandemic. I mean, like I said, I had some more downtime, which was kind of rare in some ways, and more time to think and more time to kind of wrestle with my own junk. And I realized how just completely depleted and exhausted I was, and I needed I needed to rest for a little while, and I needed some healing. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what it's about. Like, just struggling with all that, like my own depression, and knowing what it's like to want to give up, you know, and acknowledging that, and like choosing not to, you know. And
yes,
I mean, I feel like there's a hopeful element in it too, because it's almost like I don't know, just kind of like life like kicks you in the butt, and you just, I don't know, you gotta like pick yourself up and be like, you know, I'm not gonna quit, man. Like, I'm doing this thing to the end, and yeah, I'm tired and I need to rest right now, but I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna start kicking ass again.
So good.
So,
all right, so tell them how the best way is to support you. Find out about any scheduling, any dates, of course, your music. That's what we want. We want you to download, stream, purchase Luke's music. Tell us the best way.
Yeah, the most convenient way for you guys would be just to click the link below here. It goes to my SongWhip page, and that's got links to everything from YouTube, Spotify, my Instagram, my Facebook. Everything that I'm involved with is accessible there on that one site. So I've got a lot of exciting stuff come up. So if you would, you want to follow me and give me a like, I would greatly appreciate it, for sure.
All right. Luke Wood, guys, go to facebook.com/Luke Wood Music. That was excellent, my friend. Have a great weekend. Come back anytime. You're releasing something new. We'd love to have you back.
Cool.
All right.
Absolutely.
See you guys later, everybody. Have a beautiful weekend. Get out and support our artists. They need it. 2020 was crazy. Let's